guys.
Hello. We're
So,
back again.
Yeah, we're back. We've had an extra long Christmas break because why not? We may as well spoil ourselves.
Yeah.
But we are back, and we're going to be back every week. I'm not going to specify a day because I
It'll
don't
just
have
be
to.
whenever.
Yeah. So today we've found a new amazing technique really for measuring alcohol. So because Callum doesn't really trust me to do his drinks, and when he's out and about it's easier, like, you know, if he goes to a party or something, it's a bit safer, he feels more comfortable, don't you?
Yeah.
If you're able to measure your own drinks and track them. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to do it.
So a really useful tip that we found from a Facebook group is to use one of these here, which is an optic measurer. And this is what they use in bars to measure drinks out. So I'll give you a bit of a description of it. At the top, it's got a little hole at the top where the alcohol pours into. Then coming down from that, it's a bit like a cone shape, so it sticks out so that it can fit onto many different sized bottlenecks. So it fits in most alcohol bottles. Coming down from that, there's quite a big section where, if you were in a bar, it would be hung up on a rack, I guess. Obviously, we're not, so it's not hung up by anything. You've then got a bit like a plastic glass, really, which is where the optic fills up with the alcohol. And then on the very bottom of it, there's 3 sort of spindles, I guess. And ordinarily, what they would do is, if this was being used in a bar, you would it would be hung up ready to go, and you just push the glass against these spindles and it would pour it in. But because we're not, as I said, we're not in a bar, what we do is there's a little hole in the centre where the alcohol pours out of, and what we do is feel for that hole, have it over the middle of the glass like that, and then just press one of the spindles upwards and it will pour in. Hopefully it'll make more sense in a minute when I give you a bit of a demonstration. So I'll give you a quick demo of it now. So here I've got a bottle of amaretto. So I'm going to take the lid off of that. I've got a glass next to me. Just put the lid to one side. So now what I'm going to do is, so I'm holding the optics, the spindles, what I mentioned, are now at the top, and I'm just going to put the little cone part that I mentioned over the ball and push it down
Into the bottleneck.
into the bottleneck. So I'm making sure that it's securely in, because otherwise it's going to go everywhere and that wouldn't be good.
But at the same time, you've got to be soft enough that you don't obviously break the glass bottle if it's a glass bottle.
Yeah, that's also not recommended. Massive waste of alcohol.
And if you're under 18, please do not use this for drinking alcohol.
Yes, and please drink responsibly.
If you're over 18.
Yeah. That's the disclaimers out of the way. And so what we're basically going to do, this feels secure enough to me. So, as I mentioned, the spindles are at the top. So we're now going to, and the optic is in the bottleneck. So what I'm now going to do is actually tip the bottle upside down. And what that will do, it won't go everywhere. It sounds like it will, but it won't.
As long as you don't press the spindle.
Yeah.
So you've got to be really careful.
Keep your hands away from the spindle at this
point. And don't smash it into the worktop or anything like that.
Yeah, as I've discovered, these spindles, when you press them, they are very sensitive. So try and make sure that when you do this next bit, it is out of the way of anything that it could catch on. Because, yeah, it does come out quite easily. So hopefully you might be able to hear this. I'm now going to turn the bottle upside down, and what it will do, it will fill up the plastic cup bit that I mentioned with just the right amount of alcohol. So I'm going to do that now. Now I don't know if you could hear that, but you might have heard it just pouring in. And now I've got the, trying to be careful, so this to me feels like it's over the centre of the glass.
Which it is. You can feel there's a hole that you can use to feel to make sure it's directly over the glass.
Yeah.
You know, just to make certain that it goes in.
And so now all I'm going to do is just press one of these spindles upwards and hold it down for a minute.
Well, up for a minute.
Well, hold it up, yeah. And that, all being well, should pour it into the glass.
So that's it going into the glass. Callum wants to have a last drip in there.
Oh, you got to. I've now let go, and what it's actually done, it's filled up the optic measurer with another measurement. I'm not an alcoholic though, so I'm not going to do another measurement. All I'm going to do is just tip it back up so the bottle's the right way. And then that, you might be able to hear, is just it emptying out of the optic measurer and back into the bottle. And that has all gone in the glass from what I can see. None of it has gone all over the place. And it's actually the right amount. You can get these in many different measurements as well. So this one we've got, there's 25 millimetres, 35 millilitres and 50 ml available. We went, so middle, 35, but there's loads of different ones available what you can get, depending on how much you want at a time. And then that's that really. Then all you need to do is just, I'm going to have Coke with this, so all you need to do then is just pour in whatever you want with it. And this, as I said, this will work for most bottles. It'll work for Amaretto, it'll work for, yeah, pretty much anything really. And it's just a really easy, accessible way of doing it.
So we bought this off eBay. You can get them from anywhere. And this one's Drinkaware approved. It costed £5 including postage.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
So we'll put a link in the description for this video. But don't be afraid to look around, get them from wherever you want.
Yeah, they're very easy to find.
Yeah, Amazon do them. They do them at supermarkets. They do them all over the place. And that's that. So thank you for watching. Let us know if this helped you out. If you've got any other tips or advice that you'd give to anyone, get in touch.
We'd love to hear from you. Any feedback or, as Jess said, yeah, any other tips or advice that you want to share. Thanks for watching.